When you look at the success you had, it's just amazing, from a small factory to a large enterprise you're having right now, with international export deliveries to Japan, also United States, I believe.
Yeah, look, it's been a wonderful ride. We enter into our 20th year next year, so Pie Machinery was our first venture into automation of some kind. You know, so right then we realised what a wonderful decision it was, and that's been our journey ever since. You know, right up till buying our latest Hb-Technik stuff.
Marvelous. I admire what you have done, and looking through your plant is just inspirational, and I can only congratulate you to your success. I'm glad that Hb-Technik could be part of the success. We have had quite some installation here within the plant, and I am glad that you are in a situation where you use it daily, and your staff, I can see, are very confident using it. It's pretty very much user friendly.
Yep.
And all your flour, which you use most probably tons and tons a day, goes through our equipment, as well as any other ingredients like herbs and spices, and waters and oils, I believe,
yes.
occasionally. And I would love to talk to you about exploring the situation where we can be further of help and growing with you.
As you know, Gerhard, when we built this place, we spoke to you about how we built it for the future. And of course you can't buy everything on day one, but we've built it so that we can add items along the way that all form part of the automation plan. You know? And so the first step, of course, was getting the delivery of our flour from our silo that we already
Absolutely.
had, and you providing us with the hardware and the software to be able to do that. And the best part about it, as you say, is how easy it is for my staff to use. You know, and they're not managers that use it. In fact, they're process workers that are very confident to go up and call in flour, call in water, and we know we get the right amount every time. And as you know, consistency and accuracy is the basis and the foundation of everything we do.
I'm glad, Sean, you can confirm that, and I also would like to add on, and you may be already aware of, once you go into the micro ingredient supply chain, that recipes, which is one of the highlights of intellectual property on a factory like yourself, can be kept secret within the plant, and you call up the recipes with numbers, yes, rather than by recipe as giving away the ingredients to make the fillings or the in your situation the pies.
Well, and that's certainly our next step, but of course you need to get to that volume where it becomes cost effective, and now I think we're very close to being at that stage where handling bags and opening bags and dispensing of bags, weighing, you know, there's a lot of margin for error there as well, human error, and unfortunately when you make an error in the pie filling side of things, it's a long time till you discover the mistake is made, which costs you many thousands of dollars. So as I said, to be able to deliver our seasonings, our thickeners, you know, things that we use a lot of, you know, tons of a week, it's certainly the next step, and the amount of labour we can save by just pressing a button, having it delivered without having to open bags, tip it out, weigh it, you know, all that sort of thing is just, you know, it's going to be a great next step.
And not to deal in the HR department with boss, I forgot the salt.
Correct, that's right.
And that is a major issue.
Well, and you would know that doesn't very often happen. It's all like, I don't know what happened.
That's exactly right.
Until you get a complaint and the product's gone out, that you realise there's an issue.
Your product is already within many locations within Australia.
That's right, you know, and so there are real risks to the business, and every time you've got an employee making a decision and having to make a calculation, there's a risk and a margin for error.
Straight off the bottom line.
That's right, and we need to try and minimise that, where it's just a simple press of the button, there's no thought needed, and it gets delivered the right way, the right weight every time. Look, I think the other important thing is when you're introducing new technology and new machinery, it's having someone to hold your hand along the way, because quite often these are big steps. And most staff, most employees don't like change. So it's being able to have them comfortable in the change and the process as you introduce it. When you make the decision, that you have the support there along the way to allow you to firstly make sure you make the most of it, but also allows you to implement it with your staff and implement and then embed it in their daily routine.
Yeah, I'm glad, Sean, that you mentioned that, because it is a very sophisticated piece of equipment, and not all the knowledge can be provided within the location where you are at the time, but we are lucky to have the technology to be connected to head office in Europe, out of Austria, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the hotline can always get you over the line.
That's really important, because anybody in the food industry, bakery industry would know there's not much you buy from Australia. So
Yes.
It's very important to have that support based in Australia. So for when things come up, or you need to know more information, how to better utilise it, how to become more efficient, it's very reassuring to know that Gerhard, you not only represent the product, but you have a lifetime of this industry.
Supply.
So you already know
And service.
what it's like, and the challenges that we go through on a daily basis. So it's
Yes.
very reassuring to know you have that experience that comes along with the product.